All right, Gladys, we back. Oh, see, the picture is 10 times better now.
Yeah.
All right, where you calling from, Gladys?
I'm calling from Nigeria.
My Nigerian people, y'all the ones who making this channel rock. Y'all gonna be the reason why this thing blows up. Thank y'all in advance. We're at from Nigeria,
From River State.
from River State. How old are you, Gladys?
I'm 24.
24. What do you do for a living?
I'm a student and I'm a makeup artist.
I'm a makeup artist. What do you study?
Microbiology.
Microbiology.
Yes.
And that's to be what?
A microbiologist.
I mean, I'm stupid, so you gotta explain this to me. What are you going to be doing once you become a microbiologist?
Okay, I'm going to be working
Play
in
like
the
I'm
lab.
4 years old. Hmm?
I'm going to be working in the lab, like a lab scientist.
Okay, just
Doing the
studying.
research, collection of samples,
Oh, okay,
specimens, and the rest, yeah.
yeah, that seems pretty cool. I thought about doing that when I was a child, but you know, I don't. As a child, here I had a short attention span, so I could never do such. But how much money do microbiologists or whatever? How much do they earn
I
annually?
don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. I have no idea.
Are you paying for school?
What?
Are you paying for school?
No.
Your parents?
Yeah.
And you're studying something that you don't know what it's going to bring you annually.
Well, I don't want to work in this country.
Oh, you don't want to work in Nigeria.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Let's say our standard is kind of poor.
Okay, but there's a lot of rich people in Nigeria also who
Yeah,
look
but
pretty
there are no
wealthy.
opportunities for people like us.
I live middle class in Nigeria. I did pretty well for myself.
Okay.
I wasn't rich or anything, but just had a nice apartment, went about my day, and who I was with, so wasn't a bad life.
That's good.
Oh man, that shit was fucked up, man. That shit was fucked up. Oh man. Like, man, I can't wait to get out this bitch. Like, all right, let me stop. All right, let's get serious. Let's get serious real quick.
Okay.
All right, Gladys. You want to be married?
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Well, everybody say yeah, sure. Just because you're African, it's supposed to be yeah, sure. I mean, if
What?
it's 2022, I mean
So I did
2022.
that.
I said this is 2022. If anything, I could follow it up like man on lady. Do you want to marry? You see the world that we live in, right?
Okay.
Y'all like, but y'all always say, but of course. And I'm like, what you mean, but of course? How am I supposed to know? But never mind me. You want to have children?
Yeah, sure.
How many?
4.
Oh, 4. Wow, that's a big order to fill.
It's not up to.
You ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
2
bet
boys,
you
2
are.
girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. Yeah, don't. There's a problem. There's one problem with that.
Which is?
There's one problem with that. The
Which
2
is?
boys and 2 girls. You don't
Which
decide
is?
that.
Yeah, I
Just be-
know, but then it's what I'm anticipating. So
what
whichever
you would
comes, I'm
like to
still
have.
gonna be fine with it.
If you have all girls, still love them the same.
Sure.
Have nothing but boys, still love them the same.
Sure.
All right. All right. Let's get into the thing real quick. The thing is cheating a deal breaker?
Is what?
What say you? Cheating. Y'all call it cheating. We call it normality. See, y'all women have a saying. Y'all women like to say men are no good, men are dogs, all men cheat. You don't say all men cheat, and then a man so-called cheat, and you'll say, oh, I want out of it. But he's the very man that you said he was in the first place. So we're a little confused. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. You said, did I ask you, were you single or not?
No, you didn't.
Are you single?
Yes.
How many failed relationships so far?
2.
2. And you said you're 24?
Yeah.
When did the last one end?
Last year.
Well, last year was just a month ago. So how many months?
Okay, February last year, so it's like a year ago.
Around this time last year.
Yeah.
How long did it last?
3 months.
How much? How long?
3 months. Yeah.
It's not a relationship. That's a jump off. No, I'm dead serious. Who broke it off?
He did.
For what reason?
Well, he wasn't supportive of my makeup and he wasn't always there. So I was more of complaining, and then he just said this can't work. So he took a walk.
What do you mean he wasn't always there? And how?
We weren't really communicating the way we should. I did not really know much about him as he did to me. He wasn't just there.
Okay. What about the first one? How long did it last?
1 month.
What? Did you just say 1 month?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be back. Oh. I had to add a Coke with my smile on this one. Oh, man. Wow. All right. Here we go. So basically, you really didn't have any relationship. You don't have any real relationship experience. You have 2 men that you've been with for a total of 4 months at the age of 24-year-old. Were you raised to be a housewife or a traditional wife, submissive wife?
Submissive wife.
Were you raised to be a submissive wife to a man?
Yes.
I'm not asking because some people are raised differently now to say be independent, go out there and have a career, and don't think about a man until you're 40 and nobody wants you. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this is the thing. So the cheating, that's what we're talking about. Is cheating a deal breaker to you?
Well, it depends.
Go ahead.
It depends on the situation. In most cases, for me, yes, it is. But then again, it still depends on what the definition of cheating is. You know, everybody
Give me an
has
example.
different. What?
Give me an example.
Okay. Let's say I'm with my man and he looks at a girl walking by lustfully. That's cheating because I mean I'm there with you and then you're looking at someone else. So that's an example. That's why I said it depends. It's something
That's
I can
called
forgive.
human nature.
What?
That's called human nature.
Human nature. Okay.
Yes. You see something attractive, what do people do? They look at it. You see something on the store shelf that you like that's attractive that you want to buy, you automatically look at it. How is looking at someone cheating? Doesn't really make sense.
Not in the way I say it.
You said you believe it's cheating if he turns around, he's walking with you and look at another girl.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm starting to see why your relationship is so short right now. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. How old were the two guys?
Okay, the first was 24, and then the second was 26.
All right. Do you actually expect a 24, 26-year-old man to be with one woman for the rest of his life that he's on this planet Earth?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Do you expect a man who's 24, 26 to be with one woman for the rest of his life as he's on this planet Earth?
Yes.
Why is that? Where do you get this from?
My parents.
Your parents still married?
Yeah.
Um, how long they been married, you know?
45 years.
All right, in 35 years, you think your parents haven't been through things, situations that you just don't know about?
Yeah, it's possible.
Not possible, it's likely.
Okay, exactly.
This is the thing, Gladys. It's, I can't really think of a situation that I could pull from anywhere, and I could say that this couple over here married in their 20s, and the man was faithful and never stepped out a day in his life. You know, those stories don't exist, and it's for a reason that they don't exist. Men are not made the same as women are. Y'all women, the reason why we get through this divorce stuff and all this, that, and the other is because y'all want us to think like y'all. We don't think like y'all. We don't love like y'all. That's why a lot of women complain, oh, he don't love me like I want him to. We don't love the same. We love with our minds and our ability to provide. That's the way that we love our wives. Y'all women, y'all love with your hearts and what's between your legs, that tingling emotion. We love differently. When a woman's with a man, she's with him for the purpose because she is a feeling of emotion. A man usually chooses a wife for logical reasoning because he sees the character, he sees someone he could have children and wants to be the mother of his children. But you seem to think that you're going to find a man 26 years old, he's just going to be with you. Now, let's get back to this so I can figure out what it is that you're looking for from this point on. What type of man are you looking for as far as looks wise? Height, looks, whatever.
Okay, should be tall.
How tall?
I say 6'3".
All right. Here we go with the tall. Go ahead.
Should be dark skinned. Of course,
Okay.
dark skinned. I love the beard gang. I love a guy who is kind, nice, romantic. Um, should be fit. I love guys that are fit. So, yeah.
Oh, so you got a lot of qualifications that you need that. And you said you want 4 children, right?
Yeah.
So the man that you married will have to be able to provide for 4 children. To provide for 4 children is upper class. Upper class is usually around $250,000 and up. It's a lot of money. It's not, chump change. So,
That's why he has a helper.
huh?
That's why he has a helper, a partner, his wife.
Yeah, but for the most part, the wife really can't help him go make anything. She could take care of home, but it's up to him to go out and compete with the rest of the world and do what he has to do. You starting to talk, that's that modern womanist. Like, We don't really need y'all by our side to, do this work with us. We just need you to stay in the background, do what we ask you to do. When you're dealing with productive men who are ambitious men, they have no desire for their ladies to be on their side. They want their ladies to stand behind them while they go do the work and put themselves out there. You understand that? The type of man you're talking about, first of all, I just ask for looks just because. I hope you're not fixated on that whatever man comes to you have to look just like that.
No, I'm not.
All right, because I mean, you spoke all the qualities to make a perfect man, and it doesn't exist. And the majority of men are not over 6 feet. The average height of a man in the world is 5'8". The average height of a man in America is 5'9". So I don't know where y'all getting all the 6'10", 7'8" from. So I don't know. But all right. So the man that you married would have to be an upper class financial earner, which is 250 and up, I said. You know what percentage of men in America, you said you want a dark man, so you want a black man, right?
Yeah.
Just in general, this is including all races. The amount of people that make 250,000 or more is 8% in the country. If you just go to black America, that number goes down to about 2%. So 2% of the men in black America make 250,000 or more. What will make those 2% of men that all the women in the world are going after to turn and say, you know what, I want Gladys instead of everybody else? What is going to make them want you over everybody else?
I don't know. Depends on what they want. It depends on what they see in me.
But if you're interested in having a husband, you should understand what you already want. Your mom and dad should have taught you that.
Sorry, I didn't get
How was
that.
it that how was it you have a mother and a father who sent you to school, but you don't know what men want?
Every man does not want the same thing. They're different.
That's a damn lie. All men want the same thing. All men want the same thing. All productive, ambitious men want the same thing. They want a woman who can cooperate, follow instructions. They want a woman who's feminine. They don't need her acting like a man. You understand? They like peace in their homes. They don't like naggers. All the type of man that you're talking about, they all want the same thing. They're not going to see a difference in them. You're talking about the type of man that goes out there to make that type of money. You got to work all day and night and continue to be on your grind. You got to continue to maneuver things. You're dealing with this issue, you're dealing with that issue. You got a whole lot going on. You want to come home and know that you don't have to ever argue with your woman. You want to come home knowing that she has the home taken care of. You want to come home and know that the kids are taken care of. You want to come home knowing that if you need something done, she get up on her 2 feet and go do it. All these type men want the same thing. Is that you?
Sorry, so it's safe to say all women want the same thing too?
Yes. The basic foundation of men and women are all the same. Women in general, just like I said with men, women want a provider, a protector, and someone who could direct the household. Without that, women consider you a failure. Now, are you going to tell me that all women don't want those three things?
They do.
Thank you. So just like there's a foundational basis of what all women want, there's a foundational basis what all men want. And this is the thing, your parents should have taught you this when you were just a child growing up. You should have understood this long ago. You shouldn't have to come on here and act like you're hearing it for the first time. These men that you're talking about in the upper class, then they're going to have an issue with someone who's just learning this now instead of learning it when they was 12, 13 years old. And this is why the previous generation is failing a lot of ladies, not just in Black America, but all over the world. They're focused so much on getting their children to go get an education. That education is not going to carry you through life. Regardless of what you do, you're still going to need a man at the end of the day. You see with the COVID, who knows what's coming next on this earth? If there are no more jobs and everything goes into chaos and it's every man for himself, who will be the most vulnerable people? Women with no men. A woman can't stop a man from coming, breaking down the door and taking what they got, but a man can. You need a man who's going to be a provider. Education is fine, but not at the expense of going out there and getting married while you're young. You're 24. You had 2 failed relationships, which not even a relationship. I don't even know what to call it, a fling, whatever, but they weren't relationships. A relationship is not a month. And 3 months, he did you a favor. Because I always say this, it only takes a man 90 days or less to know whether he's going to marry a woman or not. Anything past 90 days, he's just keeping you around until he finds what it is that he really wants. That's what we do. That's how we are. All men are like this. There's no exceptions to this. Now, there are men that feel like they get forced into marriage down the line because they can't find what they really want, and they've been with the chick for 5, 6, 7 years, but even that is unlikely. In 3 months, if a man has not proposed to you, he's wasting your time and you're wasting your time. At the age of 24, your focus should right now be on, while you're 24, getting married, finding someone that you can see yourself growing with. And like I tell everybody, forget about that puppy love, that lust that y'all call love. It don't exist. That's why you feel like you love somebody today and then you don't like them tomorrow. That ain't love. Love is everlasting. It can't be torn away, no matter the situation. That's why love is something that builds over the course of decades and years of being with a person, growing with a person, bearing children with that person. That's when love starts to happen. And young ladies are not taught this for some reason or another. Love does not come overnight. It comes with years and years of learning and being with a person and growing with that person, learning their habits, learning what makes them happy, what makes them smile, what makes them angry. Y'all learn how to compromise and work together. Then you gradually build up love. If you see these people who be like 90 years old and still married for like 50, 60, 70 years, they tell you it wasn't about no head over heels feeling in love. It's lust. And if you keep falling for this, you're just going to continue to waste time with men who are not going to marry you or provide for you. You're not going to get a man at 26 years old making $250,000 in Nigeria. You do know that, right? So stop wasting your time. You've already gave your virginity away. Don't give anything else away and save it for your husband. We have a tendency to do this. Are you a believer in the Bible?
Yeah.
A lot of ladies have the tendency to do this. They have the tendency to say, oh, God, please send me a husband. They go to church, clap their hands, hey, they do the singing, they do all that, pay your tithes, which you shouldn't even be paying, but this was not their channel. And then they go out with their boyfriend. And then wonder why things go wrong for them. God does not bless sin. If you're living in sin and sexual sin, God is not going to bless you with a husband. If you're living in disobedience, God turns a deaf ear to you. You could pray all you want. You could pray from sundown to sunup. He won't hear you. It takes a lady to be obedient first and make sure that she's a wife that is going to be productive for her husband. And then God will bless you and say, okay, daughter, now you're ready. Now you're living in obedience. Because other than that, if you do it your way and you do get a husband, it's going to end in chaos. That's why you see so many bad divorces, bad marriages, because people go in it the wrong way and they try to make it work on their own. They don't give it to God. They say, okay, I'm going to make this my boyfriend and hopefully he'll marry me. Now you took it upon yourself to go and do what you had already asked God to do. But he can't do anything because you went away. Sometimes y'all got to get out your own way and let God work on it. You understand? But these are things that, like I said, your parents should have taught you this. You're a beautiful lady, no doubt. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give yourself?
8.5.
Nah, I ain't gonna go 8.5. Beyonce ain't even an 8. She ain't even an 8.5.
Okay, 8.
Let's say, I'm gonna be nice. Let's say 7.5. Beyonce, we consider Beyonce at 8.
Okay.
You think you're more beautiful than Beyonce?
In my own way, yes.
I mean, I'm sure you're probably a better human being. I'm not talking about that. I'm just going off like, if people match you up on the screen next to Beyonce, what are they going to say? Choose one. Are they likely to choose you, or are they likely to choose Beyonce? Just by looks alone in the face.
Yeah.
You think they would choose you over Beyonce?
No.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. Beyonce's at 8. All right. A 10 is more like ooh, I have somebody on my mind. I can't even get a name in my head. A 9, I meant. A 10 don't really exist. But that's a, huh?
Rihanna.
What did you say?
Rihanna.
Rihanna is probably like a 6.5. Yeah, Rihanna's not that beautiful. She has an aura because of her status. See, people get it twisted. Your status a lot of times make you better looking than what you really are. But Rihanna's not that beautiful. She's a nice looking woman, but she's far from a 9 or 10. Very far off from that. But don't take my word for it. Look it up online. See what people rate Rihanna as. You're not going to find her at no 9 or 10. But that's another thing. Y'all ladies see each other differently than we men do. Y'all ladies will see a lady. My wife do it all the time. Oh, she's so beautiful. I'm thinking like, what the hell are you looking at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all see women differently than what we do. Y'all think almost everybody's beautiful. We don't see it like that. All right, so we don't say 7.5. How tall are you? Did you say? You said you're 5'4"?
No, I'm 5'7".
Oh, so you got a little height. Your weight?
17 kg.
70 kg, which is, I looked it up, so that's about 130 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, we use pounds. I would say not the euro, but the pounds as far as weight. Y'all use kg. Let me look it up real quick. Just give me 1 second. All right. 155 you were. So you had 155 pounds at 5'7". Your build, would you consider your build small, medium, or large?
Medium.
Medium. All right. 24. You really don't have any relationship experience. That's both good and bad. So it could work out in your favor. It could work against you. That's up in the air. I'm gonna give you. This is where we end right here. I'm gonna give you some options. First, I'm gonna speak the level of men that are here in Black America. You have the lower class, which is the class of men who are not producers of anything. They just go to work at a 9-to-5 job, dead-end job, never going to be anything else in their life but, be able to work a 9-to-5 job, or thugs, drug pushers, or whatever it may be. But their earning income is, minimal. So I don't really deal with them. On this platform, we deal from middle and up. Out of the 4, I deal with the 3. The second one is middle class. Middle class is a middle class earner who makes around $45,000 a year annually. Upper class is, like I said, 250,000 and above, and the elite is, of course, the rich and wealthy. You already, out of those, who would you choose? Out of those 4, who would you choose for yourself, or really 3?
You gave me 3, not 4.
Yeah, out of the 3. The 4 we don't deal with.
Okay. Between the middle class and the upper class.
All right. So, like I said, for upper class, only 2% of black men in America make 250,000 above. You will have to deal with not only the women here who want that particular man, but deal with the women all over the world. When a man makes that much money, he has access to the entire world, access to anything, any type of lady that he wants, of any sort, doesn't matter. And you would need that guy to take care of 4 kids if you want to live in a beautiful neighborhood and send your kids to get the best education, have his or her cars and travel a lot, which most women want. But that would be rather difficult. Let me give you this option, middle class. Oh, let me spit. Give me 1 second. That's what you get for drinking Coca-Cola with all that sugar and syrup in it. Your option that I believe would be middle class. And this is middle class. Middle class is, like I said, a $45,000 a year earner. Y'all have a house in the suburbs. His and her car. Would you be willing to work part-time or full-time? Or do you want to work, or do you want to be a stay-at-home mom?
I want to work.
With 4 kids still?
Yeah.
So who's going to take care of the kids?
We both will.
He can't take care of anything. He got to work.
I gotta
He the one
work
who's bringing in the
too.
majority of it. Huh?
But I have to work too. It's a partnership.
There's no such thing as partnerships. See, you coming in with that modern woman nonsense again. There's no such thing as partnership. Men do not want partners. The only partners we have is considering our business partners. We need you to be wives. We need you to learn how to play your position as a wife. We're not partners. Even if you earn more, earn equal, we still are not partners. The authority is given unto the man. The woman has no authority. The woman is to be obedient to the man. The children are to be obedient to the woman. The man teaches down through the woman, and it passes along through the children. You can work all you want, but you're still not going to be a partner. And if you come here talking that partner nonsense, people are going to automatically turn themselves away from you, because that's the very wording that men are tired of today, that women don't understand. We are not your partners, nor do we want to be. Your words play a powerful part in how men look at you. And I'm telling you, if someone were to contact you after this video, like I said, we're doing a promo starting Saturday. We're going to promote this all over so hundreds of thousands of people will start to see it as the weeks go. Men are going to look at this. They're going to see this interview with me and you. They're going to ask themselves, why is she talking this partner nonsense? And she said she's a submissive woman. The two don't even go together. You can't be equal to your man and be under your man at the same time. It's either one or the other. Which one is it? Which one? Do you want to be equal, or do you want to be behind your man?
What?
Do you want to be equal, or do you want to be underneath the authority of your man?
Underneath the authority, because it's going to be the head of the family.
All right, so stop talking this partner nonsense. Leave that out your vocabulary. Do you understand me? Do not use that in your vocabulary when you're speaking to a man. They're going to be turned off by it. A man who's earning, even a middle-class man, they have to do a lot to earn that type of money still. They don't want to hear that nonsense. Now, getting back to the point, you want to work, but you want to have 4 kids. Do you want to have all 4 of your kids as soon as possible?
No.
You want them spread apart?
Yeah.
What, 20s and 30s?
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult for you to work unless you want to do something that's stay-at-home work or whatever, or part-time. But it's going to be very difficult for you to work having children spread out. Because every time you turn around, you got one coming out. Huh?
I'm not going to be working for anyone because my work it's mine. I told you I'm a makeup artist. So it's like my business. I can do it whenever I want. So I'm going to have the time to take care of my kids.
So so forget the biotech, whatever it is. You're just gonna be the housewife and do your makeup artist business.
Well, I would be practicing for some years before I stop.
You don't have everything thought out, though. You don't have everything thought out well. You can't do all these things at once. Life is about compromise. Life is about choices. Life is about, I want this, but in order to have this, I got to let that go. That's what life is about. But y'all coming up here with this, I want it all. I want this, that, and the other, and I'm going to do it all at once. It's not serious. It's not logical thinking. This is the problem with women today. Y'all don't think logically. You can't do all of those things. You just can't. You have to learn to pick and choose. You're either going to be this or you're going to be that. You're either going to go out and be a biotech, and it's going to be hard to hold a marriage together if you do that and raise a family. Or you're going to be a housewife and run your makeup artist business while the husband does what he does. It has to be one or the other. It can't be both. Learn to pick and choose for the right reasons. You're 24. You got to have this stuff together.
I mean, I'm a student and I still do my makeup, so it doesn't. Okay. I understand what you're saying. But then, if after school, I'm still going to work in my field before getting married, definitely. So, when I get there, I will know how to tackle it and get my way around it. I can multitask. It's not hard.
You can't multitask and still be the type of wife that a middle income earner will want. Your first priority is being a wife to that man. Everything else is secondary. Even your children will be secondary to him. That's why I said it's all about choices. I don't know where the echo coming from, but it's choices. Make the right choice. Let go of some of this in order that you can get all of that. What's wrong with being a housewife and just doing a makeup artist job on the side and remaining home with the children and go out when you need to do that while the husband provides and takes care of everything else? What's wrong with that?
No, I'm going to do that, but I said I'm going to work for some years in my field before going into
And
my
then when you have
field.
and then when you have children, you're no longer going to be doing that.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
All right. Whoever comes at you, he's going to want to know that he can depend on your word. That you said right here now that if I'm working in my field when I get over wherever I am, and we have children, I'm going to cut my career short in order to be a mother to my children, a wife to my husband for the rest of my life. That's what you just said right here now, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just saying it so that if any problems, that man could come back to this video that he first saw you on and rewind it for you. Now, are you okay with marrying a Black American?
Yeah.
You know anything about Black American men?
Well, I watch a lot of Black American movies, so.
The worst way to learn about us. I don't even allow Black American movies in my own home. No, I could call my wife in here right now. I do not allow Black movies in my own home.
Wow.
She would tell you that. Because every movie that I see that has to do with Black Americans is not the depiction of the people that we are. So my wife had to learn this. She's a Ghanaian. She had to learn this when she came over here, that we are nothing like what you see on TV. Like I said, every society has their lower class that are just nothing, nobody, and they have their productive part of society. The same thing with us. The majority of Black men are not what you see in the movies. And it's a shame that the media portrays us in that way, but we know that. I lived in Nigeria long enough. I know what comes on TV when I'm sitting there watching ad on TV or whatever it is. Whether that's it's all the same to me. Roku TV or whatever I think I watch are okay. But that's not us. Not the majority of us. We are men who want wives, traditional wives, want to be fathers and want to be providers and protectors of our home. That's who we are. At least that's the society of men that I speak to. That's who this platform is for. This platform is for Black American men who are tired of dealing with the feminists that's overtaking the society. Almost, you're on that track, and I'm desperately trying to get you off that track, because the problem today in Black America is that the majority of the women was determined to go out, get their education, and get their career path. And they said, when I get my career and I get everything that I want, then I go get the man that I want. That's the way they are. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what happened was, by the time they hit the age of 30, 35, and 40, they realized that now that they had it all together, the men that they want only want the 20-year-olds. So the very ladies that they used to be, the type of men that they want only want the type of that, hello, I'm getting all tongue twisted. The very men that these so-called successful women want don't want them. They want the younger ones so they could build with them from scratch. You understand? So that's why it's very dangerous when a lady starts to think about a career over a man, or she want a career path set. Because you're 24. When you're 30, you're not going to have the same options. You have better options now at 24 than you will ever have at 30. When you're 35, you have next to no options. When you're 40, it's pretty much a wrap. So at 24 years old right now, you're never going to have any better. Your options will never get better than they are now. They will only go down. Each year you get older, each year your options go down, because the women that are younger are coming up and turning 20 and 21 and 22. So y'all got to understand that y'all against a lot of competition. These girls who are 17, 18, 19, they be on the market soon. These successful men are going to start going after them. If y'all don't get it together, get tied down with somebody, know that you got something to depend on. At least here, when you marry, you have life insurance and all that. So worst case scenario, if something happened to the man, at least financially, the family's still taken care of basically for the rest of their life. You understand me? So there are going to be men who will talk to you from here, seeing this show. Make a conscious effort to pick one and find one, track the two, but find one that you can say to yourself, I can build with this. I could grow my family and have the outcome that I desire with them. But you need to take that initiative now. Every year, your options are going to drop. You have a lot of competition. And that's what y'all ladies don't understand. These younger ladies are y'all very competition that's coming on the market. Each year, girls turn 20. Each year, girls turn 24. You're 24, you're going to be 25. Most men are going to look from 21 to 23. Most successful men want 21 to 23-year-olds to marry. Like I said, the good thing you got going for you, you don't have a lot of psychological damage from long-term relationships. So that's a plus. But you need to make your decision now. Forget school. If that man say, hey, I got everything covered, come down there and meet you and meet your mother and father, and say, I'd like to take your daughter's hand in marriage, and I'd like to get working on it now so we can marry and I could take her back to my country and we can start building a family. That's what I did. When I went back to Ghana, I didn't date my wife. I just told my wife, I'm looking for a wife and I want to build something. Do you want to be that? She agreed. I said, okay, let's go to the courts, do a marriage. I don't have the money now. This is 5 years ago. I don't have the money to do a traditional wedding. But instead of using that money for that, I'm going to use it to do your visa and bring you over here so we can work together and build that empire together by us working together. For 2 years, we both worked. Same company, same everything. Now, she just gave birth. She's a stay-at-home mom. She could be a stay-at-home mom for the rest of her life now. Because for the first 2 years, she helped me build up what we have. But we didn't waste that money on no traditional wedding or big wedding. I had no money. But she understood the concept of what I was doing, that I was building towards something. And sometimes it takes that. Everything's a different situation. Don't let people stop you. Don't let, oh, you need a big wedding. Don't let none of that stuff stop you. You could come back to that later. It's 5 years later and we're finally having our wedding in December. 5 years later. So do things that are going to benefit you, not by tradition. Not all traditions ain't good traditions because it's not for everyone's situation. You understand me? You're a beautiful young lady. Do this while you can. So do this while you can and be good at what you do. Your, your, your most important job on this earth is being a wife. There's no job. Second to that is a mother. But your first duty on this earth as a woman is to be a wife, a helpmate to a man. Never forget that. Everything else is secondary. Even your parents. When that man comes to take you from your father and marry you, your parents are no more top priority in any order. It's him. And as long as you think like that, you'll always be pleasing to him. He will always treat you with dignity and respect and make sure that he will never allow any harm to come to you. Capiche?
What was that?
Capiche is Italian. For okay? Yeah, so when somebody says capiche, it means like, all right? Like, so I'm up here learning my Spanish. I was about to start speaking Spanish, but I'm so bad at it still, so I'm gonna wait another week or two before I start speaking it. Oh man. This was a fun interview though. It was really good talking to you. Definitely.
Same here.
So anything you want to say to the audience? Like I said, in the weeks coming, a lot, tens and hundreds of thousands of people gonna see this. They're gonna say, "Hey, looks like Gladys." I heard that interview, but what are the last imagery that you would want someone to have for you? What do you want to tell them?
Nothing is coming to my mind, honestly.
Do you have a sense of humor?
What?
Do you have a sense of humor?
Yeah, I do.
Because you know us Black Americans, we funnier than you guys. We much more funny than y'all. You don't think so?
I do. I do.
Well, yeah, my people, man.
I mean, you
I mean, I like.
pulled my leg like how many times? Just to watch you.
But yeah, so I definitely see a bright future. Definitely see a bright future. I mean, this ain't no church service where the pastors are, oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna amen. You're gonna amen. You're gonna amen. This ain't none of that bullshit right here, man. You know what I mean? We actually put the work in for what we want in life. God doesn't bless anybody unless you put the work in.
Yeah.
All right. So you're always welcome back on the show at any time. When men do contact you, let us know. If you find someone you want to take serious or you think about taking serious, come back on the show, let me know. Let's discuss it. But
Okay.
they definitely will come after you. So I can tell you that without a shadow of doubt. All right?
Okay.
All right, Gladys. It's been so good talking to you, lady. All right?
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
All right. You're very welcome. Get some sleep there.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Good night.
Bye.
All right, people. Great interview. Great interview. Great interview. All right. Tomorrow, it's Ghana night. Yes. It's Ghana night. So we're going to get the Ghana girls on here. We'll have the Nigerian girls on here too, but we're going to finally get some Ghana girls. I definitely want to hear what they got to say. And for that little diss that I threw back early in a video, I was just playing. All right, Ghana. I live in Ghana. I am Ghanaian, so don't mind me. But anyway, we're going to close it up here. It was a great night. I mean, this was a great night. The shows are going from one extreme to another. They're getting great. One day is great. The next day is even greater. even though it don't seem it can be, but it's going to continue to be that. And like I said, guys, we're going to need your support. We're going to need you out there to help us get this channel blown up. Like, subscribe, and share. We're definitely doing the work that we're going to bring African and Black America together in a way that we should have long ago. And we're no longer going to let the divide and conquer mentality put us down and oppressed anymore. So this is what it is. This is a new day, a new dawn, a new era, 2022 and beyond. We become more powerful off each other's resources. This is what it is. This is the work that we're going to put in 2022. Man, it's going to be a beautiful thing to see our people flourish now. Beautiful thing to see our people flourish. Like, we got so many discussions. And like I said, every week the thing changes. So if you want to know the thing for next week, you could just pop on the channel on Sunday and see the post. And we'll always have what the theme is going to be for the entire week. We're going to do this from Monday through Saturday. Saturdays is always earlier, like around 2 p.m. Eastern time. And like I said, I didn't even get no time frames from you guys or whatever. I was going to let y'all guys choose a time on Monday, but now I'm going to choose it. So, y'all too late on that. All right, we're going to see you here. Tomorrow's going to be back at 6 o'clock, but Friday we go back to 5 o'clock. So tomorrow at 6 o'clock, again, our normal scheduled time. And Friday we're going to start at 5 o'clock. And Saturday at 2 p.m. Same discussion, same thing. Saturday is our last day for this thing. So let's make these last 3 nights so memorable. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you had some fun. And I hope you learned a little something. All right? All right, guys. I'm out.